This is A Better Way Financial, the podcast with financial advisors and father-son team Frank and Frankie Guida.
And I'm Heather Branch here with Frankie Guida to talk about ways to help you prepare for your financial future. ABetterWayFinancial.com is where you can go to start the conversation about your retirement savings plan. We also have links posted in the show notes, or again, just find us anytime, ABetterWayFinancial.com. Also want to remind you about our upcoming dinner workshops. Our Tax Smart Retirement Planning Dinner Workshop is complimentary for you to attend, but you do have to register in order to participate with us. So just go to our website, abetterwayfinancial.com. Click on the events tab, and that's where you can get more information on our Tax Smart Retirement Planning Dinner Workshop. We've got several of these scheduled for the coming weeks, and we want to see you there. So go to our website, get more information, and we will get you to one of our dinner workshops to get more information and education on one of what you guys believe is the most important aspects of our retirement planning, which is, of course, the tax planning that we need to do for our retirement planning, Frankie. It is a huge burden all Americans bear, the amount of taxes we have to pay year in, year out. You're not done yet when you get to retirement.
Nope.
The bills keep on coming from Uncle Sam. And we often talk about the biggest fear in retirement. A lot of people are afraid of running out of money. That is, year after year reported that the number one fear is running out of money, understandably. But other people have started refocusing their sights on the idea of taxes. Specifically, comedian Joe Zimmerman says it is his biggest fear for retirement.
I worry about it all year long because other countries, the government will tell you what you owe and then you just have to pay it. Here, the government's like, okay, what do you think you owe us? I have no idea. Just tell me. Nope, you got to add it up. Well, I'm really unorganized. What happens if I add it up wrong? You could go to jail. Oh.
You know, Joe's perspective, it's on point for a lot of us, Frankie. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to figuring it all out, I mean, there are 100,000 pages in the tax code. It's expected of us to understand what our best moves are and to stay within the law. It's overwhelming and intimidating for so many of us. What are the biggest misses that you've seen for folks in your office in retirement tax planning?
Well, you're absolutely right, Heather. It's so difficult to navigate hundreds of thousands of tax pages in the IRS code. Like, how are we supposed to be able to read through that? How are we supposed to know what's applicable to us, what's not applicable to us, which table we're supposed to use for RMDs, all of this different type of stuff. Like, it's very challenging to try to figure that out.
I know.
Some of the biggest misses are, well, we just don't know what we don't know. You know, there's a lack of education. There's no college course that's teaching us everything that we need to know about taxes, or a high school course that's showing us, hey, this is how you do your taxes. This is how you plan for all of this. It's kind of just figure it out or hire an accountant.
Right.
You know, and that's what some of the problems are, you know, and they don't really know most people don't really know the strategies they can use to pay less money in taxes. You know, and another big miss is that they confuse a tax planner with a tax preparer. And while both of these are really important, it's important to have somebody who plans for your taxes and looks into the future and says, here's how you can save money in taxes. And it's also very important to have somebody who prepares those taxes for you and is able to show you, hey, this is what we could save on taxes for last year. Both of these are integral in a retirement plan. But the difference is that tax planner is looking over your lifetime to see how much they can save you in taxes, which oftentimes is a lot more than what the tax preparer does, because they're more short-sighted when they're doing the tax preparation. They're just looking in the rearview mirror at last year to see how much they could save you in taxes over that year.
Okay.
You know, so it's so important to know which roles each of these people has and to consult with both of these people. You don't want to just consult with your tax preparer, but you also want a tax planner who's able to do that forward thinking and do that planning for you for your retirement future.
Makes sense. Okay.
You know, and another big miss we see is the arrangement of the portfolio. It can be set up incorrectly where there's no strategy to lower the tax bill over someone's lifetime. You know, if you don't arrange it so that you're shuffling money over your time period to make more of it tax-free, you could be missing out, and your heirs could be missing out as well because of that lack of planning. Another thing that we see is distributions can be taken from the wrong accounts at the wrong times, which can cause you to pay more in taxes over your lifetime. And we had a couple come in who their previous advisor advised them to take their Roth IRA money out before the rest of their money, before the IRA money and the non-qualified money.
Okay.
And what this caused is, well, now you're taking the money out of that Roth IRA that was growing for you tax-free over your lifetime, and they're going to have to now pay more in taxes because of that mistake that was made by that advisor. You know, so it's tough to figure out who exactly should I trust. What are the ways that I can set up my portfolio to save money in taxes? You know, so it's so important to stay educated, to learn what are the different options I have. What are some strategies I can use to save money in taxes over my lifetime? And like you mentioned, Heather, we have these Tax Smart dinner workshops where we can go over what does it look like in a general setting and what does it look like for different portfolios and different situations and how to save money in taxes over one's lifetime.
Right.
And then for our radio callers, we also have that situation where we could show them how to make it work in your specific situation.
Okay.
What does a personalized financial plan look like for you, and how can we save you money in taxes? You know, we just had a radio caller call in the other day, and they were concerned. They said, I'm paying too much in taxes.
Yeah.
I'm worried about my estate planning. I want to make sure that I can transition my estate effectively to my children, to my grandchildren. And this was a gentleman who was in his early 60s, and he was recently widowed.
Oh,
and you know, they saved around $850,000 for their retirement.
Okay.
And he needed about $60,000 of income per year to live on.
Okay.
You know, which was what was manageable for him. And we showed him how to set up the portfolio and how to save some money in taxes, because it was a huge concern. He didn't want to pay more in taxes. We showed him how to take the money from the right accounts, you know, starting with some of the non-qualified in their situation, then moving to the IRA, and lastly letting that Roth IRA money grow tax-free as long as he could. You know, and then we also looked into how much should we Roth convert each year? Should we do more in the years that the tax brackets are lower? Because in 2026, those tax brackets are going back up to where they were before in 2016. So the tax brackets are going back up. So let's take advantage of some of these lower tax brackets in 2024 and in 2025. So we did that. We were able to use some of these strategies to be able to save a lot of money for them in taxes. And in his specific situation, it was around $172,000 less that he would be paying in taxes by doing this planning.
Wow.
$172,000.
If he was concerned about taxes, we understand why, because that's a lot of money.
Could you imagine getting a tax bill from the IRS saying you owe $172,000?
No.
That would be scary, but it's over his lifetime, that's what he would be paying, $172,000 more in taxes.
Jeez.
Just because he didn't know, because he didn't have the strategies, because he didn't have the education on how to make it work for himself. Fortunately, he was able to come in, and we were able to show him how to save $172,000 in taxes over his lifetime by utilizing the strategies that we could employ for him. You know, and this is more money to spend the way that he wants. He wanted to travel to Tennessee. He wanted to spend some time with his several children and grandchildren. And, you know, we were able to make this happen for him. We were able to show him, hey, you can do these things because of these strategies, because you're not going to be wasting money on taxes. You're not going to be spending more than you have to on taxes. You're going to be transitioning your estate to be more tax-free over time.
Got it.
You know, it's not even just for your life that we're planning for. We want to also plan for your children, plan for your grandchildren, and make sure that you're transitioning that estate as efficiently as you can. So over his lifetime, each year as we're doing this planning, he's growing his tax-free portion of his portfolio, and the taxable portion of his portfolio is going down. So we're making it so that it's a smoother transition later down the road as well.
Got it.
You know, so that's what we do. That's part of the planning here at A Better Way Financial. And now he has a partner who's able to show him these are what the tax laws are. These are what the strategies you can use to be able to save money over your lifetime. It's not him having to do this all on his own. You know, and this is why we're here at A Better Way Financial. We are here to help make retirement easy for you, help to show you strategies to be able to save money in taxes, to be able to not have to go through hundreds of thousands of pages of tax code and reading to find out, what do I need to know? What do I not need to know? No, that's what we're here for. We're here to help you to make that easy for you. So he no longer has to stress financially about where's the money going to come from? Where do I take my money out of tax-wise? What makes the most sense? Am I going to run out of money? This is stuff that we're taking care of. We're making sure that he's able to get the income that he needs without having to run out of money. So if you're looking for strategies you can use to be able to save money in taxes and you don't want to read through hundreds of pages in the tax code, I get it. We get it here. You don't want to do that. So let us do that for you. Let us work with people who have done that to be able to save you money in taxes. Let us put together the years of experience that we have doing the financial planning and put that to your advantage. So if you have these concerns about taxes, if you want to see how to get the income that you need over your retirement, you need to go to abetterwayfinancial.com and click on the sign up now button so we can begin to show you how this works in your circumstances. Again, it's abetterwayfinancial.com.
Thanks for listening to A Better Way Financial, the podcast with Frank and Frankie Guida. To learn more, visit abetterwayfinancial.com and join the Guidas for the radio show, A Better Way Financial, Saturdays at noon and Sundays at 12:30 on News Radio 790 WAEB. By contacting us, we'll review aspects of your retirement portfolio to include suggestions about how best to utilize estate, tax, and retirement planning strategies and other financial services, or if changing management styles is appropriate for your specific needs and objectives. Exposure to ideas and financial vehicles discussed should not be considered investment advice or recommendations to buy or sell any financial vehicle. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments can fluctuate and when redeemed may be worth more or less than when originally invested. A Better Way Financial is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency. Annuity guarantees rely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any client experiences discussed during this show are unique to that client, and they are not meant to imply or suggest you will experience the same results. Advisory services offered through A Better Way Financial. Insurance offered through licensed professionals at A Better Way Financial. Pennsylvania Insurance License number 301779.